Welcome to the Backyard Professor Video Responds. There was a statement that Jeffrey Holland made to Mormon missionaries. I don't know the full provenance of this, but I did find this audio clip that I would like to respond to. So let's take a listen.
I hope there's no one within the sound of my voice who wants to go home. That just comes to me. It makes me wonder whether there's someone here who does want to go home, because that wasn't even remotely in my mind. I don't know who you are, and I don't know how seriously you're entertaining the thought, but don't you ever go home. Don't you dare leave this place. Not for God's sake, not for the church's sake, not for President Hinckley's sake. Somehow, I think they can probably handle it. But don't you dare leave here for your sake. I have lived on and off in my general authority life. I have come in contact around the world with missionaries who did not see their mission through. I'm not talking about medical releases or emergencies or tragedies. I'm talking about somebody who just said, I don't like doing this, it's too hard, and I'm going home and let my mother take care of me. I have met those people around the world, and if there is a more sorrowful, if there is a more anguished, and in a sense, if you promise not to misunderstand me, if there is, in a sense, a more pitiable group in all the world, I do not know who it is. Now, that's strong language. That's really strong language. But I told you before, my mission means everything to me. I would wrestle you to the floor. I'd pull the curtains down. I'd get chains. I don't know, is there something on here that we tie people with? I don't see anything to tie people with. I'd rip the cords off the television camera to keep you here. Not for our sake, not for, you think one little missionary and 58,000, that isn't going to bring the church to its knees, but it's going to ruin your life. If you don't do the best thing you've ever had a chance to do, however hard it is, and however hard it may yet be.
So, you notice the interesting shame culture and psychology that he's throwing out. We were taught that since we were knee high to a grasshopper in the Mormon culture and the Mormon church. They don't care about your own mental health. They don't care about your own personal well-being. What they care about is you getting them people so that they can get mucho dinero, more rich. And is that too cynical on my part? Well, we still wouldn't know that they were hundreds of billions of dollars to the good in vast real estate holdings, in enormous investments in the stock market, in thousands of different companies around the world that's making them filthy rich and making it so that they can produce anywhere. We don't, none of us have the exact numbers, but it's between, I've heard now again, between $4 and $10 billion a quarter of a year. Multiply that by 4. That's the power of their way to acquire wealth. And a lot of that is because of the missionary force and the tithe-paying members. The whole basis of this is the tithing that they bilk us out of. And they don't even need your tithing. Their investments make twice as much money now as all of the tithes of the church put together. And I know this comes across as cynical and sour grapes. It's not meant to be. What I want to focus on is this shaming culture, this guilt that they put into you. The reason that it's going to ruin your life is because they've taught everybody else that you aren't worth spit unless, no matter what, you serve a 2-year mission. They don't give a damn about you. They give a damn about their image. That's where the rubber meets the road. You see, to them, you're not people, you're cattle. And they're going to milk us for all they can. And they will throw every kind of psychology at us to make us quell and be obedient and follow them, so that we can get to some kind of a promised afterlife that they promise to be glorious. But only first here, you make sure you give us everything you have, including your time, your very life, all of your money, everything. You have a lot of kids, and you give them to us too. And then if you don't, you don't get your family in eternity if you don't do it our way. They use your family as the hook to keep you in. Is it any wonder, with that kind of psychology, that there is a massive apostasy in the 2020s right now? Now that we know the truth about their history, that they still are not giving us full transparency. The church essays on the church's official website don't give it. The new book, Saints, that doesn't give it. And I've got some good evidence that I will be presenting in some of my live videos with some guest scholar speakers I've got coming up and lined up. So the psychology here is truly astonishingly powerful to the unsuspecting. Because you see, you're not worth anything unless you do it their way. And that's what they want you to believe. And I don't. I don't. I have discovered actually a much more enjoyable, uplifting, energizing truth, that my value is not based on someone else's opinion and values they want me to have. My value is eternal within me. And that's totally empowering. And that's kind of what our videos want to share with you, is we want to give you the chance to become more empowered. That's what we want to do. Now, for the sake of those of you who are listening to this as a podcast only, and you're not aware of my videos, you can go to Mormon Discussion Inc. That's Mormon Discussion INC, and look under the playlist of Backyard Professor, and you can see all of my videos. I've produced over 170 of them now. You can watch videos that I don't have here on my podcast series. I'm just sharing that with you as well. We have many avenues of getting the word out that you are valuable, not because you're a member of some kind of an investing organization, church/corporation. That's not where your value lies. Your value lies from within, and we're helping you see that you do not have to accept what others tell you you should do, or who you should be, or even who you are. The shaming and the guilt has got to stop. And that's what we're helping you do is say, you know, I really don't need to be treated like this. And I really don't want to be treated like this. And I'm really not going to be treated like this because life is short and I can be better without the crutch of someone else's opinion, of someone else's values or truths or philosophy. I have eternal value for myself, and I can turn around and share love with everyone from within myself, not as a member of a bureaucratic billionaire corporation who truly doesn't give a flying flip about me, but wants to milk me and wring me out totally dry. One of the most powerful words in the universe that we can all say is no, I won't do that. No, I won't be that person.